This conference will now be recorded.
Guys, today we are going to discuss about the what is master slave architecture. Okay, when we are going to use the master slave architecture, what is the purpose of master slave architecture? Okay, and how to integrate, how to use for different nodes and to deploy, to save my data to slave nodes. Okay, and all we are going to discuss today now. Okay, today we are going to discuss this concept. Now, basically, what is master, what is slave? Simple. It is your father, it is your son, kind of thing. Okay. Why? Why I'm saying this? Basically, every data, what are the data we are pulling from GitHub, right? Where it will store? Where it will store? Basically, guys, where it will store our data? If you get the source code from the GitHub, and under which section it will be stored? Under which folder it will be stored? Anyone? No one. Guys, where our data will be stored?
Repository.
Data from GitHub. I whatever the data I clone, okay, I will pull through Jenkins the data where it will store the complete project. What guys? What happened?
GitHub.
Hello. I already have the code in the GitHub. I pull the code and I get the code from through Jenkins. Okay, in the Jenkins somewhere it will store, right? That path. What is the path that is?
Remote repository.
What I'm asking, what you guys are saying? Manik, actually my network is good. Okay, check your end. Now what I'm asking, for example, I get the data from GitHub to Jenkins. I integrate that. I click the build now button. It will download the get data. It will store into workspace, right? The real workspace where it will store in our local system. Right? That is your username. Okay. Dot getting no. Dot Jenkins. Okay. Dot Jenkins under. Okay. Go to your C drive. If it is Linux, it will the username. Okay. Username and then dart Jenkins. In the dart Jenkins workspace, under workspace our projects will be stored, right? Inside this, what project contains here? It contains the my source code, right? It contains the my source code, correct? Now for example, after some days, there is, I build the layer is 100, 200, 300 jobs in the day by day increasing. Now every data, every project data, where it will store? Under particular drive, particular space, right? Our Jenkins home directory will be store the data. Our Jenkins home directory will be store the data. Now I don't want to store the data inside my Jenkins. I don't want to store my data in the Jenkins. I want to divide my task to my some other slaves. I want to divide my task into some other slave nodes. Okay. Now, because of what are the data is coming from GitHub, the data is not storing now. It's not storing under Jenkins home directory. It won't come out of the Jenkins home directory. That will go into where are the node you are going to use. Okay, slave you are going to use. That slave will be store the data. Okay, clear guys concept? Let me draw the diagram. Now what I'm trying to say, now I have a GitHub. I have a GitHub. Now I pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins. I pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins. Now in the Jenkins, where it will store? Our path it will store, right? Under which path? For example, in what are the Linux system it will be user, okay, username dot Jenkins workspace slash our project name, right? Project name. Now What happen in few days, it will like run the number of jobs under my workspace will be full, my server will be going to hang, right? My server may be not responding properly. If you are having the hard disk is full, okay, your drive will be going to full. Now what I want to do, I don't want to store the data inside my Jenkins home directory. I want to share my data into some other node. What are the data it will be get through Jenkins? The data will be divided into, the data will goes to here. This is also I integrate my Jenkins. Okay, this is also I integrate my Jenkins. Now the data will be pulled through Jenkins and it will store into where, and where it will store it. This is it will store into the our slave nodes. This is my slave nodes. What are the slave nodes? You have to integrate the path. That path will be stored into the our workspace here. What are the project will be stored under here? All project will store under in these slaves. It won't store the data inside the my home directory inside C drive. Now what are the drive you are going to use? What are the remote server you are going to use? That remote server it will be store my data. It's not stored in my local system. Okay, it's not stored into the my Jenkins home directory. It will store into the some other drive, some other mode point, some other Linux server, whatever you are adding, that mode point will be store my data. Okay, it won't store into my Jenkins workspace. It will be stored into some other place, because of if I do the number of jobs, maybe it will be my Jenkins home directory, it will be storage is full. Now after storage full, what happened? Your system won't be work properly, right? Now instead of that, I want to divide my task to some other slaves. That slaves will be need to be store my data. Now that's clear concept. Any questions on this? Simple. I don't want to store my data into the Jenkins workspace. I want to divide my data into the some other place. That's that place. How we are going to, we are going to adding in the, by default it is a master node. Okay, by default it will master node, it will work. That master node it will be stored to data inside the .jenkins folder. Okay, by default every Jenkins having the one master node. That master node to store into the .jenkins workspace directory. Now if you want to add the slaves, the slaves will be stored the data. Now you need to add manually. Okay, it will be by default it will come the master node. Okay, you need to add the n number of nodes, whatever you want, how many you want. Okay, clear guys? Clear, right?
Yeah,
Now, how to do that?
build also will be on slaves.
Ask me properly.
Build. When you do build, no, that also will be on slaves.
That's the after building only it will go to the workspace. The workspace only will store data. The actual logs, right? This is the logs and all, the data will be stored into the my slaves. Okay, my slaves will be stored into the my slave nodes. Build will be happening in the your local system only. That where you have the your data, that data will be taking. Okay, clear? Clear now? Let me show you that. You will get more clear on this. Okay, clear guys? Also Hanson will get more clear on this. Any questions now? Clear, right? Let's implement this, then we'll get more clear on this. Now go to your Jenkins now. First it will take time. You currently have the file nodes assigned to this Jenkins instance, which we will now here, right? See, if you see here, by default for you guys, if you have the only this master node, okay, only in your systems, if you see, you will see the only this master. You won't get these things. This is things I added manually. Okay, these are the slaves I used for creating for some other classes purpose. Okay, now I added these slaves. You won't see this kind of thing. You can see the only one. Now if you, I want to add the new slave now. I want to add the new slave now. Okay, now how to add the slaves? Go to manage Jenkins. Go to manage Jenkins. Go to manage Jenkins and come little bit down. Okay, now here manage node option we have seen. Okay, manage node option we have seen. Manage node we have seen. Now here, if you want, you can remove here this stuff. Now master it will have by default, right? Now what we'll do, we need to create the new one here. We need to create the new one here. Click the new node here. Here new node, and give the new node name here JMSTH20. Okay, the new node name is the JMSTH20. I'm going to give the, this is a permanent agent. Now I'm clicking the okay, clicking the okay. Now my data will be stored by default where? Under C drive Jenkins home directory, right? Now what you want to do, that data that I don't want to store into there. In my system, some other folder I want to store. Some other folder I want to store that. Shared data. It can be anything you can write. Okay. Shared data. Now this executor means the n number of executor will be increase the cost of your service. The maximum number of concurrent bills will be Jenkins may be performed on this node. A good value start with the number of CPU cores in your machine. Okay, if you have the n number of CPU core in your machine, basically 1 or 2 cores will be have, and you can be like as gigahertz it will do, right? That is that. Okay, now if you want, you have 2 or not, you can do that as much as possible. Okay, now for it increasing the fast processing, that's it. Okay, for number of executor is the fast processing. If interviewer asks that how to or why we are declaring the executors in the Jenkins base, to increase the performance of running the job fast processing. Okay, now this remote directory where I need to store here. Let's what I will do. I'm going to my any directory. I'm going to F directory. Put entertainment now. Here I'm going to create a one new folder. In the entertainment folder, I'm going to create a new folder called as anything. Okay, JMSTH20 node. Okay, just I'm giving the, this is the node, this one folder name. Now this folder is empty. Now I've used this folder as a my slave. Now this is the directory I want to store my data. Okay, and this label name we need to give this. Okay, JMS. This label name only we are going to use the in the program. While doing the program, we are going to use this JMSTH20. This is the one, and we need to use this node as much as possible. Okay, like as whenever the new build will happening, use this node only. Okay, don't use the my master node. Okay, now this is very important point. This is how to launch my agent. Agent means that node. You should be run the node, that is. Okay, how to run the node, that we are going to see now. We have to see this is the options we are going to see. Basically, you guys are not seeing this option. Launch agent via Java Web Start. You won't see this option. You see the only, if it is Windows, this is and agent, and this is the execution master command we are able to see. If you're not seeing this launch agent via Java Web Start option, you won't be see. If you want, like this is the way only we are going to start in the real time also, right? Sometime. Okay, now I'm going to use this is launch agent via Java Web Start. How to use this now? How to use this now? If you not see here this option, you need to enable that. Okay, I will come back here. Okay, I will save this as of now. I will come back here again. This node I will change again. If you're not seeing the option, what is Java Web Start option? If you're not able to see, now where we need to go? Go to our Jenkins. See properly. This is option. Some people will be confused to enable that. Okay, manage Jenkins. That option. If you're not seeing Java Web Start option, okay, go to manage Jenkins and come here. Configure global security. Configure global security. the enable security. Not enable security, sorry. I'm thinking somewhere. Okay, leave it about this. Now, these agents, right? This agent by default you have the option called as fixed. Okay, this agent option we have the by default JNLP agent is the fixed one. You need to select with the random. You need to select with the random. Okay, now by default will come the fixed. We need to select the random and apply save it in the agent section under global tool configure global security section, and we need to select with the agents. Under agents you need to select the random. That agent we are going to start using the JNLP agents. Okay, clear? This random we need to be select. By default will fix will come. You need to add the this is a random one and apply save it. You need to select the random, apply save it. Now if you go for there and you will get the option that, okay, for you guys, okay, you will get the option that you should have the generic option. Okay, now manage Jenkins. We'll see later. Don't disturb in the middle. Okay, manage nodes. And which node we are going to use now? This is a just now we created JMS TX20, right? Now click this and again configure it here. Now you will get the option called as here Java Web Start now. Okay, now you guys will get that option. Okay, now if you want to get you the custom working directory that you are watched, if you want to can use, or else give the empty now, or else give the same working directory. Okay, leave it as of now. It's not a directory. And now what you'll do, just click the save now. If I create this, you will get these options. You will get this option to start our agent. This is offline. Okay, you should be in the online. Then only will get able to use this node. Or else we won't use. If it is red mark means you won't use this slave. Okay, if you want to run this slave, what will do? This is C. This agent is offline because the Jenkins failed to launch the agent process it. Okay, now what we'll do? We need to launch this first. How to launch this? We need to the three ways are there. Now you need to choose for the any one of the way. Now I choose this last way, very easy. Now I am going to download the agent jar first. Agent.jar file we need to download first. Okay, once you download this agent jar file, okay, now see agent jar file. I got a lot of agent jar files I have in this mission. That is I downloaded a number of times. Okay, now go to here. I'm going to command prompt to open here. Okay, because of my agent jar files is located here, or else you can use the absolute path of the where your jar is located. Okay, absolute path means, for example, users Madhu downloads. You can use the where if you want to run this, go to that complete path, copy and paste that. Copy, paste it here. I have already 4 right here. I need to use the I have the 4th jar here, I guess 4th or 5th or whatever may be. Okay, or else if you have only one, that is also can do that. That your wish. Let's see agent jar is there or not. Okay, if you have first time right, you will get a only first time agent jar. Let's check my agent jar is located in this path or not. First I need to check. Go to downloads, agent. Okay. Agent is not there. Agent 1 is there. Okay. Can use that, or else I can rename this. Okay, I can rename this also. F2 and give this one. Okay, I can rename it also. It is there, right? It's changed, right? This is changed. Okay, if you want to again change that rename, I rename it. For you guys, no, not required. If you download first time, if you give the 6 also, it will work. Okay, Now what happening here? What is the command? This is I'm running this jar. If I run this jar, my node will become the online now. See, java-jar, agent jar, JNLP URL, and this is my Jenkins URL, and I need to change this URL also because of now whenever I started my Jenkins, right, that time I'm using the 1234 port. Now I'm using the 8080 port. You guys should, it will come the by default for you guys. Okay, by default when you start the Jenkins, whatever we have the Jenkins URL in the configure system, that URL will get it. And then which directory I use the slave? This is the E drive on the JMSTH node. Okay, now here in the Jenkins node, for you guys not required need to change. Okay, by default it will come the 8080. How will get this 8080? Based on your Jenkins URL configuration. Okay, it should be the JNLP connect. Okay, I am setting. You should be running. Up and running. You should be. If it is not running, connecting issue will come. This is, it should be the connected. If you're not connected, you won't get the online here. Just refresh this. See, it is connected my JNLP agent. Now I can use this agent now. Now go to here, your drive. I got only remoting directory here. Only remoting directory. There is no nothing is there. Jar cache here, logs we have here. Okay, and something catching files it was. This is my remoting logs. Okay, I don't have a workspace here. I don't have a workspace as of now. Now what I will do, I'm going to use this layout to make any one of the job now. Go to Jenkins. Now here I'm going to use the JMSTH20. JMSTH20. Okay, just I use the Maven and GitHub project. Maven GitHub project. Now here I am going to configure this job. And now I don't want to store my data into Jenkins workspace. I want to store into the my, if you new one, if you're going to use the new one, it will go there. Okay, now if it happen, it is also there, and it is also again the node also will be there. In the new job, when they create the new job, that time we can use the slaves now. Okay, if it is existing means the existing already there in the workspace. Okay, now I'm trying to show you that here also it will store. That's what I'm trying to show. If it is fresh one, it won't go in the master slave. It will go only our agent. Okay, slave node only it will go. Okay, now here let me see that option is see properly. Okay, now okay, you need to select in general section. In general section you need to select with the restrict where this project can be run. Restrict where this project can be run. Now we can give that label name. Okay, now what is the label name we given? That in the when you creating the Jenkins, right, that time given the label name is the JMSTH20, right? That JMSTH20 I'm going to use this. Okay, now I'm going to save the apply, save it. Apply, save it. Now click the build now button and go to this folder. Now this is workspace and this is a what? See, it is started workspace now, and this is the project is getting, and say I don't have as of now any code. Okay, once it is downloading, it will download and keep it into my slave workspace. If it is new project, right, that will be stored into the here only. Okay, the data will be stored here. What are the logs? Okay, what are the build logs? Build logs will be stored into under where in the Jenkins workspace only. Plugins and all, everything will go there only. There is no option to store the plugins into the slaves actually. Okay, done. See, this my workspace will came to here. Right, my workspace came to here. Okay, it is just Maven build. Okay, just see workspace. This is the code, just getting the code. This job is getting the only code. What lifecycle we have, that code will have. What are the things will do this job? What are things will do this job? Just I need to use this slave, and then I need to get the source code. I need to get the source code from this job, and I need to just Maven clean. If you have any target folder, I need to use the Maven clean. That's it. If you are using package, it will create a target folder, right? In the life cycle, if I give the package, it will create a right. Now, see, I'm going to click the build now button again. The only one time only, the data will be shown only one time only, okay? There is no create the n number of times, okay? But if you have the, your project is a more heavy, like as 100 MB, 200 MB, 300 MB is there, right? That is the, if you store n number of jobs, that many MB data will be taking a place of to store your actual content, okay? Now go to this work, where it is, this one, right? See, target folder also will create it now here, okay? Now I hope you guys are understanding why we are going to use the agents also, right? Now this is, you guys will thinking this is for sharing the data, and in the interview if you go for management level, okay, manager level agent and master slave architecture means that is different. Like as they have maintained the high availability Jenkins master servers means there is a n number of Jenkins servers they will be deployed. Okay, not only one server they will use the n number of Jenkins, like same this mission, right? They will install the Jenkins into the n number of servers. Okay, that is the different architecture. Okay, clear guys? And now for Jenkins server they will do, and workspace is the only one place, like mount point is right, the mount point is the Jenkins home directory is the one only. Okay, it will share the all the data into one place. Okay, what are the project contains the one server, same project also available in the another server also, and another server, that server also having the same projects. Okay, one server will be down, node down, it will go for the another server, you can access the another server URL. Okay, that we'll see in the later on. Okay, that is a project managers level questions. Okay, clear guys? Clear? Master slave architecture in the Jenkins. Any questions as of now?
మధు గారు లైనక్స్ లో అయితే ఎక్కడ సేవ్ చేసుకోవాలి? విండోస్ లో వేరే డ్రైవ్స్ చూసుకొని స్పేస్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇచ్చాము. లైనక్స్ లో అయితే ఎట్లా?
విండోస్ సేవ్ చేస్తామంటే ఎస్ఎస్ఎస్ స్లేవ్ క్రియేట్ చేసి, నేను నా దగ్గర వీడియో ఉంది ఆల్రెడీ చేసాం అది. ఓకేనా, ఎస్ఎస్ఎస్ స్లేవ్స్ యూజ్ చేసి, ఓకేనా, మన ఇప్పుడు ఎస్ఎస్ ఏజెంట్ ఉంటుంది కదా, త్రూ ఎస్ఎస్ ఏజెంట్ చేసి మనం కనెక్ట్ చేస్తాం అనమాట. ఇప్పుడు లైనక్స్ విండోస్ సిస్టమ్ ఉంది, లైనక్స్ సర్వర్ కనెక్ట్ కావాలంటే
వీడియో ఉందా అండి, రెఫరెన్స్ ఏమన్నా డాక్యుమెంట్ గాని
ఉన్నది అనుకుంటా, ఒకసారి చెక్ చేస్తాను. ఓకేనా, యాక్చువల్లీ ఉందో లేదో చూడొచ్చు ఒకసారి. ఓకేనా, నా యూకే బ్యాచ్ వాళ్ళది చేశారు, వాళ్ళే చేశారు బేసిక్ గా. ఓకేనా, clear? Just search with the, like as if you have, we need to select with the SSH agent plugin we need to install, we need to use that. If I do, I will show that also. Okay, clear? Now if you are using for the like, sorry,
hello sir, సార్ అక్కడ జేఎన్ఎల్పి పోర్ట్ అనే ఎనేబుల్ చేసినప్పుడు నాకు ఇక్కడ లాంచ్ ఏజెంట్ బై కనెక్టింగ్ టు ద మాస్టర్ వస్తుంది సార్, ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ జావా వెబ్ స్టార్ట్ మెథడ్ బదులు ఇది వస్తుంది. లాంచ్ సార్
రాండమ్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసావా?
రాండమ్ సెలెక్ట్ చేశాను సార్. అంటే జావా వెబ్ స్టార్ట్ మెథడ్ కాకుండా ఆప్షన్స్ లో నాకు కనెక్టింగ్ టు ద మాస్టర్ అని చూపిస్తుంది, బట్ దాని ద్వారా చేసినా కూడా సేమ్ అవుట్పుట్ వస్తుంది. బట్ ఐ వాంట్ ద డిఫరెన్స్ సార్, అంటే అది దీనికి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి కావాలి?
నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు మీరు ఏం చెప్తున్నారు బేసిక్ గా.
ఓకే సార్, జేఎన్ఎల్పి పోర్ట్ ఎనేబుల్ చేశాను, రాండమ్ అని చెక్ చేసినప్పుడు జావా వెబ్ స్టార్ట్ మెథడ్ రావాలి కదా, అక్కడ నాకు అక్కడ ఆప్షన్స్ లో లాంచ్ మెథడ్స్ లో లాంచ్ ఏజెంట్ బై కనెక్టింగ్ టు ద మాస్టర్ అని వస్తుంది.
అవునా, ఒక నిమిషం చెక్ చేస్తాను, 1 సెకండ్
సార్. నాకు ఇక్కడ ఇంకోటి ఆప్షన్ లాంచ్ మెథడ్ ఆ ప్లగిన్ దగ్గర